You're listening to Those Dram Yinzers with your hosts, John and Zach.
Hey everyone, I'm John.
I'm John.
And I'm Tomas.
Welcome to Those Dram Yinzers, where we drink bourbon and talk about it. No, don't adjust your headsets. Zach could not make it to the festival with us this year. So we have, as you heard, it's going to get very confusing when people start talking to us, but there is another John here. My dad has joined us. Thanks for coming, Dad.
Sure, thank you. This is fun.
And as always, Tomas is with us, and I let him do the intro with us today.
I'm actually allowed to talk.
You are allowed to talk. You talked last year.
I think I helped you with this. I thought I only helped you with a sound check. I think I actually did.
But, so we are at the Pittsburgh Whiskey Festival, and I'm super pumped. It's a little bit bigger. If you're, obviously, if you were following our Instagram stories, you saw some photos, pre-photos before everything started. But there's some new places here, new faces, a lot of cool lounges. Pretty excited about some of these cocktails that they're making. They're going to have boozy snow cones over there, so it should be an interesting time. Dad, you haven't been here yet, huh?
No, never been here.
Yeah, I mean, your favorite's here, so that's all that matters.
Yes,
Screwball is here.
Screwball is here.
And we're going to go get your picture in the Screwball. I'm going to add that to the Instagram story, too. But, so we're going to try some stuff. We're going to make Dad try more whiskey than he probably wants to.
Yeah,
and but we'll counteract that. I'll let him drink some gin as well,
Okay.
But anyway, all right, so we will be back with whoever our first guest is. All right, so we don't have any interviews just yet. The reason for that being is they sold 800 VIP tickets today, and they got another 200 people coming in about a half hour. We have just over 1,000 people, so I have a feeling they're going to be pretty busy at these tables. We're going to try to steal some of these people away, and I got some people bringing drinks to us, which is always awesome. But we got Dad his pour of Screwball, so he could enjoy that.
Yes.
We also tried, if you watched our Instagram our Instagram stories for today, we tried Howler Head, which is a new one out of Portland. Is that what you said? No, that's where Westworld is. Sorry. Where is it at? Why am I blanking? No, Portland is Westworld. Anyway. Howler Head is a bourbon that is flavored with banana, which, you would think, that's got to be horrid. I mean, you get banana notes in bourbon all the time, but this one wasn't. It's just like Screwball, where it just got a nice balance.
Yeah, and it's sort of on the back end, what I understand.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Very good. Good job.
Thank you.
You're learning.
I listened.
But, so it's very whiskey forward, and then just with a nice, banana, not an overly, banana, flavoring, you know what I mean, kind of note.
Right.
So that was pretty cool. That was interesting. And then I tried all three offerings from Westworld, which is an American single malt out of Oregon that's just kind of hit the PA region. They just started being able to sell over here, and so they had their regular single malt. They had a Pinot Noir cask and a stout cask. I really enjoyed the stout cask because I'm a big stout fan. But I had you try the Pinot. What did you think of that one?
I enjoyed that. That was pretty calm. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, no, that's a good word for it.
As I told you before, I can tell if I'm going to like it as soon as it goes in my mouth, and because of how it feels going down, and that was really good.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of burn.
Yeah.
No, I forget what proof I didn't catch what proof they were, but we're going to try to get the person standing behind that booth over here for a little bit. The problem with these festivals sometimes, especially with this one that as packed as it is a lot of these places are a one-man team behind the table. So pulling them away for a 5-10 minute interview is kind of hard.
Yeah.
and they're talking. So to pull them over to talk more, you know what I mean. They might just want to just take a break and not talk to anybody. But we're gonna try to get some more people in here. I also had our buddy Alex from the Pittsburgh Whiskey Friends. If you've been coming to the shares at the VFW in Carnegie, Alex is always behind the bar. He's a gracious host, and he people are talking to Tomas next to me. He brought me over I had to write it down because it's a Scotch, a Balvenie, which it's pretty good. I had you try it, but you don't like Scotch, But I made you try it anyway because I'm going to, because it's my show.
Surprise me.
It's my show and I do what I want. So But all right, so we're gonna try some more things. We're gonna try to get some more people over here. I don't know if that guy's mad because I didn't talk to him or what, but you saw the headphones, you saw me talking. I don't know what to say. Anyway, so we'll be back. All right, so we're back with Elizabeth Wood from Grace O'Malley, pouring drinks for Grace O'Malley, which is a blended Irish whiskey.
That's correct.
So why don't you tell us a little about what you're pouring?
So first of all, does anyone know who Grace O'Malley is?
I feel like I should, but I don't. No, I'm sorry.
She's the Irish pirate queen from the 1500s. She went up against Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah.
She's a badass bitch, if I could say that.
You're allowed to say that. It's okay.
Yeah, she's a badass bitch. Thank God we have badass bitches these days. So, from what I can remember from my family history, I think at one point Grace O'Malley married a duke or something. Got married, had kids, yada yada. Her son got stolen. She was like, "Yarg, I'm gonna stab somebody in the throat with my saber." But yeah, she's like one of the few women back then, like besides Queen Elizabeth at the time, that actually had a power of pull. So, which was really cool. And we did Grace O'Malley whiskey, which is on from the West Coast. And we have, right now we're serving Grace O'Malley whiskey and the gin, which is phenomenal. I don't want to say naughty words because I don't know if there's any children listening.
No, we have the E on this episode. You're good.
Like E, like in video games, or like MA?
No, E as in expletive. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not that smart. I don't know. This is my first time on a podcast, so I'm kind of like.
No, you can let it fly. It's fine.
It's not a radio show.
No,
okay?
no, it's not. No, there's
I don't have a big black thing in my face.
There's editing on this one, so.
Oh, thank God, because you might want to edit every word I say. But anywho, so Grace O'Malley, we have one of the whiskeys here right now. It's one of the mainline whiskeys, and you're going to get like some beautiful like Gala apple notes, honey, oat, vanilla, and caramel. Because obviously, I don't want to say obviously, but what's so nice about like Scotches and whiskeys, not like American bourbons where they're like, oh, new age American oak, you can only do that. With Irish whiskeys, you can pretty much age it in everything, and we aged it in our American oak barrels, and then we finished off with Oloroso sherry casks, which is from Portugal, which is gives it like that beautiful nutty flavor. You'll get that apples, and from going back to the oak, the American aged oak. If anyone's had bourbon, you'll get that like obvious caramel, sweet oak flavors, and everything. And what's nice about this, it runs at 80 proof, so you can do either a cocktail, drink it neat, or on the rocks. So it's very versatile. Same with the gin. And the gin, let me go back to gin. I'm not a big gin drinker.
No, but Dad's a big gin fan, so that's why we got a little bit of that.
He has a big GIN on his chest that says, gin, right. And he has cheerleaders behind him right now. But with the gin, which is really nice because I don't like overly juniper gins. But with this, yes, you still get juniper, but you get coriander, citrus, and lavender.
There's a beautiful citrus aftertaste with that, and that's just...
And it makes either a beautiful, like, martini with, like, if you get, like, a Dolan vermouth or something, which will pull out with that salinity and everything. And you can do it with, like, a lemon peel, which will accentuate the citrus in it. Or you can do it like a nice burnt, like, sage or lavender on it. Or, as much as I hate when as a bartender making blue cheese stuffed olives with it. I am a guilty pleasure on that. I know. It's so bad to be like, I hate making them, but I love them. So, but we've all been there and done that, right? We're that catch-22. So it's, as I said, it's a great product. It's very versatile. Come see us tonight at the Whiskey Fest. You get tickets. If not, it's I think it's $36.99 or between about $36 to depending where you are. For the gin and whiskey, you can find in the state stores around in Pennsylvania. But it's a fun product for me personally to just work with.
No, I think it's a beautiful Irish whiskey. I really enjoy it. Yeah.
My buddy John Gratner is like, hey, you want to talk about this product? And I was like, oh, I've never heard of it because I've been out of the industry for a minute. But he's like, when I started researching and trying it, I was just like, it's such a beautiful, complex flavor profile. You could do anything with it. And that's what I love about it. Like, as an ex-bartender, I was like, well, I can talk to you about neat, I can talk to you about on the rocks, I can talk to you about cocktails, I can talk to you about anything about any of the products there because they're so in-depth, well-balanced, some of the best products I've ever had. But I'm not just saying that because he's a good friend of mine. It's actually a good product.
It's very good.
Because as a bartender, you want to be able to sell something that's very versatile. You don't want to be like, oh, have a shot of blah, 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 and it's just, whatever on, to do well as a shot, but doesn't do well as a cocktail or mixer or whatever. And that's where today's industry is now going, which I've noticed, obviously probably, well, I guess Pennsylvania the last few years, everywhere else, I'm sorry. But everything is just evolving now. It's just with like spirits, fresh mixtures, syrups, and it's just, it plays so nice on certain things. Like, I would love to do a lavender spritz with that, with like an egg white. Wouldn't that be good with that gin?
Definitely.
Or do a Tipperary with that Irish gin. Be so nice with the sweet, play nice with the sweet vermouth and the chartreuse.
But you're right. I think that it's definitely, the industry is definitely moving to more like, craft is the easy word to say, but places are making their own things. They're using more fresh ingredients and everything like that because it's not just like, oh, let me just buy this like basic simple syrup and just these mixtures and everything. Like, even some mixtures that are being made are local and craft made, and and they're putting like really good effort and time into it and everything like that. So
like, I came up here to work with the Bridges and Bourbon many eons ago. And it was so fun because I think it was one of the few. Don't quote me on this. I don't know cocktail bars up here because I'm not from around here, but it was one of the few cocktail bars down near the convention center, and it was fun to like experiment and everything, and it's just nice, It can go dive bar or cocktail scene. That's what's so versatile about Grace O'Malley, and has such rich history too. Which I absolutely love. Because who doesn't love history with a cocktail, right?
Absolutely. Oh, that's all. We love talking, especially in this area. You know what I mean? There's so much history with whiskey in general in this area. So.
And that's what I've learned, especially with like rye whiskey and everything. I love how Pennsylvania has so much rich whiskey history. And it's just, I've never realized how much is up here. And that's where the Pennsylvania rye comes in. And I'm just going to go and totally tip or talk.
Oh, then you know what? You will enjoy our show because we started out we just both wanted to learn. That's why we have bourbon in the name. But then we fell into the history that was PA rye whiskey. And it's just like we're just too lazy to change the sign, but we love PA rye. So we could go into depth. We were just at the our listeners know this, but we were just at the Whiskey Rebellion Festival a couple.
Where was that at?
Down in Washington, PA.
Oh my God, that sounds.
It's always the second weekend in July. So.
Oh, that sounds amazing! Like I wish I was able to go down there, but I work with pets now. But animals are great too. They don't drink whiskey, unfortunately, like us humans. So. Unless maybe you're a pirate parrot for Grace O'Malley. She did have a green wing macaw. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. But thank you for having me on your show.
Thanks for jumping on and letting us try it. And
anytime.
You guys have been so busy. I've been trying to steal you, but you guys have been busy, which is a good thing. So
I really love being busy for doing this. But thank you guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night.
Thank you. You as well. All right, and we're back with our next interview. Decided to pull him away from his table because he's been very busy over there. Well, we got Josh from Still Mill, We've had chats with you at a past couple events.
Yeah.
You were at the Rebellion Fest doing the Blue Eagle Tavern. You were at the Western PA Spirits Fest as well.
Yeah.
Didn't get a chance to pull you on then, but once I saw your name on the list, I was like, he's coming over. I don't care if he says no. So, Josh, thanks for coming on.
Hey, my pleasure.
All right, so talk to us about Still Mill. How long you've been operating?
Oh, yeah. We're in Swissvale. We opened July of last year, so we just had our 1-year birthday. We're all grain to glass. Everything's fermented on site. It's just me and the wife. We're 2-person operation, so, CEO and janitor right here. And then, we make a gin fully vapor infused. And then wood water, which is a rum and whiskey variant. It's half a corn ferment, half a cane ferment, and then after I distill it, bring it down to 120 proof. White oak stays. My contractor scored a local white oak, and I char it up straight into the distillate, wood water, and I make a vodka because it's the most complex thing to make.
But so we've had all three. Multiple occasions, right? So we've seen this is the third time we've seen it. We've had all three.
Hey.
Love the wood water. I just love the rum whiskey like mashup that you got there with that.
Thanks, man.
And I'm not. I mean, you love your gin. Yes. I know you love your gin. I don't know why I can't hear you, but I'm going to turn you up ananyway.
Okay.
Probably because you're not talking directly into it. But anyway,
is that better?
That's better. Yeah, get close to it.
Okay.
Make out with the mic, Dad.
Okay. Get that mic.
But I'm not a big with the Christmas tree. I just the pine, the Christmas tree. But I don't get that with yours. You got a lot of the other. You hit the other notes with it that just make it a really, really nice gin.
Not for nothing. When I was doing my gin, when I was making that recipe, here the problem I was having before all this, it was always gin and mixer, gin and juice, gin and block.
Yeah. Right.
And I wanted fuck that. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
I wanted gin and ice cube. Right? The way it's something neat.
Yeah.
So I was putting it together, and the thing that was always making, to me, steer clear, and it seemed like so many other people get pull away from a gin, is that strong juniper hit. Yeah. And if you like it, you like it, but I think it was holding it back for me. And then I found mandarin orange peels. That's what I use as the primary cutting agent against that. Keep it a relatively simple recipe, and there it is. The rest is it.
Yeah, it's very good and very smooth.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Dad doesn't like the burn, so anytime there's no burn, it's in.
That's right.
I'm so I got a little 30-gallon still. That's it. And I try, make the cuts tight. Make sure that it's in the safe zone. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was excited to see that your name was on the list here.
Thanks, man.
I mean, like you said, just over a year. Little still.
Yeah.
But being able to get yourself here is awesome.
Oh, it was really kind.
I hope to keep seeing. If I know about a whiskey fest, I'm gonna make sure you're going to be involved as well, sir.
I appreciate it.
We got to keep getting that name out there. Got to keep growing you. You know.
Hey,
what I mean?
It's getting there. I'm loving it. Hey, we're having fun.
Yeah.
And I keep meeting cool people. And literally everybody that's been talking by, it's a bunch of cool people.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by booze. It's hard to be.
It's hard to not be happy, right? Yeah. But anyway, all right, Josh. Well, thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks
Hope
for
to see you at
having
the
me.
next festival.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you later, brother.
Hey, cheers, my friends.
Yeah.
But Westward Whiskey, we were talking about them. I think we talked about them earlier. I don't remember. They're an American single malt. So she brought over a single barrel of their stout barrel 269. So here's the stats on it. Cask strength at 119.77 proof.
Wow.
It's aged, finished for a year, obviously in American oak. The notes, they say, are rose, hazelnut, and banana. I'm a big stout fan, so I already enjoyed the stout that she was pouring, but this is a single barrel she brought over for us to try since she can't come over and talk.
So you get the hazelnut?
I did get the hazelnut on here.
Okay. I don't get any banana.
Well, I think after the banana whiskey, we're not going to get any banana anywhere else.
You're right.
But yeah, I get that hazelnut, like that nuttiness, like kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't get rose, but I don't really know what rose would be like.
Yeah, really.
But this is the one I was saying. They're from Portland, Oregon, and they just start selling in PA. So I definitely wanted to try, this stuff and talk about it on the show if it's being sold here. But what do you think? Did you finish it?
No, not yet.
Did you try it at least?
I did try it.
Okay.
different.
Well, it's a stout cask finish, right? So you're gonna get different notes. I don't know. If you don't really drink stouts though, huh?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So there's just like back end notes, like a drier, not bitter. Bitter's the wrong word, but like I can taste. I mean, when I tasted all three with her earlier before everybody got here, I tasted the difference between their standard American single malt and then the stout cask finish.
Okay.
Personally, I thought the American single malt was okay. I've had better. Stranahan's here. I want to get some of theirs too. I really like their single malt, but the stout cask adds a nice little bit extra to it. So
Okay.
you guys should see his face.
Yeah.
I think you drank more whiskey in the past
Hour.
2.5 hours than you have in your entirety of your life.
But I like the gin.
You do like your gin, which is why I figured you would enjoy this
Yep,
because
yep.
there are other spirits.
Yes, and we got one right next to us, which is really convenient.
You just gotta reach your glass over.
That's all.
Just
I
kinda,
told
like,
her.
shake it.
I told her whenever she sees it empty, just feel free to fill it up.
But I mean, to me, I know you're used to your gins
yeah.
and your wines and it's a lower proof thing. I don't feel like this tastes like 120, almost 120 proof.
No.
No, I've had some 120 proofs, and I'm like, but
Well, do you judge that by, like I call the burn?
oh, yeah, that's what it's called, is the burn.
Okay.
A little bit. The just like the entire finishing process,
Yeah.
like back of the mouth feel, and then like the hug or the burn going down.
Because I think the dad's hat burned more.
His stuff, I've said it before. His stuff is hotter. It's hot.
Yeah.
I mean, even the lower proof stuff is hot. His bottled and bond is it tastes 100 proof to me. If you've tasted his other, like I gave you the bottled and bond one.
Right.
That's the one he brought over when we were interviewing somebody, and that tastes 100 proof to me for
Okay.
his stuff is usually a lot hotter. His other stuff is just even his 90% runs hot.
Yeah.
That's just the way. That's his distilling process. You know what I mean? So that's just it's expected. But no, this is not 120 proof. If you were blinding me on this,
Really?
I would say it was over 100, but I wouldn't go all the way up to 120. I'd probably put this at like 110,
Yeah.
which doesn't sound that different, but it is different.
Yeah.
There's that dryness you get
Yeah.
towards the end, like that gives me like a stout, like dry, like kind of.
Now, when you're saying stout, you're talking about like a stout beer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, I like that part of the wines. The stout, the dry wines.
Yeah. All right, so what I like to do when we're here is we like to have some of the patrons, some of the guests come on.
Yeah.
So we got a nice group of gentlemen here coming on. So guys, you want to introduce yourselves? You can talk to into either mic if you want.
Yeah. I'm Mike. I'm from the South Hills and Stillers.
I'm Drew. I'm from the Port, and let's go, Kenny Pickett. You're doing great so far. That's my QB1.
Yeah, I'm Brendan. I'm also from the South Hills and big time Buccos fan. So they stink, but it's okay.
That's all right.
I'm Brett, and I'm the diehard Kenny Pickett fan.
Yeah, you're speaking to two Pickett fans here as well. Yeah.
Right.
My wife and I have season tickets to Pitt. So.
We'll see you at Hines.
right,
We'll
yeah,
see
yeah.
you at Hines. We'll see you
All right, so we got a
next year.
Buccos fan here, so we got to ask you, what do you think of the new acquisition that Nutting made? He bought Wiggle Whiskey.
It's probably the best acquisition he's made in years. A very, very long time.
I hope he puts more money into that than he does the Pirates.
Absolutely.
There
All right, gents, so what have we had tonight whiskey-wise that you've really enjoyed?
You know, I came in, I'm a big Jameson guy, so I've been hitting that stand a bit, but I've liked Grace O'Malley was good. And
Very good.
I'm trying to think. I've had a bunch. Everything's been really
So
great.
what do you think of the Jameson Orange?
Jameson Orange, ridiculous.
So
Yeah.
my two favorite things is to mix it with either Orange Crush, go old school, or, Blue Moon. Shot of it in Blue Moon.
Okay.
Very good. Instead of putting the orange peel in it, throw some whiskey in there. So
Okay.
I gotta give the Fallerman from Maggie's Farms, the Fallerman from there, It's so good. It's like ginger,
very much so.
ginger, allspice,
Yep.
all of it, just perfect holiday.
Their
blend.
spiced whiskey is the only spiced rum is the only spiced rum I keep in my house. It is so good.
Ridiculously good.
Not to piggyback on the Jameson and go back to my Irish roots, but the Jameson cold brew was ridiculous.
Oh, their cold brew is
They
good.
did tell me that there's about half a shot of espresso for every shot of that you take.
Wow.
Slightly
All right.
concerning, but no issues yet. So we're good so far, but that was really good.
I mean, you can't go wrong with the Crown. Crown Royal might be the best whiskey on the planet.
What do you think of
Sounds
the
like
pre-mixed
Canadian.
cocktail
It's
in the
gonna
can?
be just-
So they got the Crown in the can, right? The pre-mixed. What do you think of those?
Oh, I think the peach one's by far the best
Oh, it's
one.
so good.
It's phenomenal.
Yes, agreed. I've had a
Shout
couple
out
of
to
them. So.
the Evan Williams stands. Probably the nicest guy I've met tonight.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. He's been real friendly with everybody. Yeah.
A heavy hand on the pour.
That's what made him nice, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why we like.
All right, so have you guys? So I have two recommendations for you. Have you done Westward or Dad's Hat?
No.
All right, so Westward is an American single malt.
Right around the corner.
Right here. This young lady right here talking. So they have American single malts. They have a regular, a Pinot Noir cask, and a stout cask finished. And then,
sounds like Guinness.
and then Dad's Hat's right, the caddy corner from her.
I
He's
think we did Dad's Hat, right? That was the guy with the cherry and oh no, that was dog.
yeah. But Dad's Hat's right outside of Philly, so he's a local guy. So it's all PA rye whiskey. Very good.
All right.
Those are my two recommendations. If
We
you
know
guys,
we're headed next.
yeah. So go try those and come back and we'll talk about it.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We are back.
We're
and
back.
We have the full review for everyone that's ever drank bourbon before. I guess we had two different types, but yeah.
Oh,
So
Dad's Hat. That was it was all rye whiskey, all
is all rye,
Pennsylvania. They brew it on the wrong side of the state, but the
They
spokesperson,
do, but I don't hold it against them.
spokesperson is from the right side of the state.
He is.
We respect it. His dad is the 1948 freshman All-American quarterback of the University of Pittsburgh. We love that. So we like to hear
That was
it.
pretty good that you remembered that.
And you know what?
I could
And
see
the
him
whiskey
working there. He
and the
was
whiskey is not too bad either.
yeah, very good. It seemed like Westward here. They seem like friends of the pod. We like that.
Yes, they are.
They're
Yep.
very complimentary towards you two gentlemen.
Yep.
But
I will say the stout aged whiskey, the stout barrel or whatever they aged it in, had a flavor that I literally just could not place in a good way, not like
Uh-huh.
a bad way. It was not quite chocolatey, not quite wood oaky flavor. It was a very unique, really good tasting thing, honestly.
See, that's what I usually get out of that exact thing is that's me thinking the stout coming through.
Yeah.
I'm a big stout fan, so I do feel like that's that I get that too, and I love those in stout finished
It
barrels.
was a great tasting. I
Yeah.
just sipping on it. It was really good.
yeah, it was really fun.
good.
Yeah. Thank
All right.
you guys.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks
Have a
for the
great night.
recommendations.
Have
See
a
you
great
guys.
night.
Yep.
Tuning in.
All right, so I think we're gonna wrap this up. Didn't get as many interviews, but as I said earlier, a lot of these booths either had just a marketing person that really didn't know the deep stuff to talk about it, or they just had only one person behind the table, so really they couldn't leave. We wanted Westward to come, but I think we're just gonna connect and do a regular episode with them later on. But Matt's joined us too. He came in a little later. Hi, buddy.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. I was not able to do my voice exercises, so I might sound a little I don't think I have a real voice anymore.
But so T, what was your favorite of the night? You actually probably had a lot more than me because I let you walk around a lot more.
The it's just a brand that you can find at any store, but the Belvini 15 was very, very smooth.
Yeah.
But the Glenlivet 14 was probably my favorite.
Okay.
Of other stuff, I like the guy behind us, the Japanese
Which one was he? What was
bourbon
one?
barrels.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Oh, you had bourbon barrel ones.
It was a little clearer because they were used bourbon barrels.
Got you.
It was pretty good.
If I try to remember the name, I'll botch it. So I'll just.
Yeah, same.
Can you put it in later? The name.
Behind us. I mean, Tomas.
Hatazaki. is my layman's.
Oh, yeah.
thing. I had the Dad's Hat. Tomas, help me out here. The Dad's Hat 2021.
John has a bottle of it right in front of him.
That's what he brought you?
He gave you a bottle?
That man.
He loves you. Bottled and bond, 100 proof. And I don't usually drink whiskeys that high.
Yeah.
But pretty good, although it made me tear up, which
It made Matt
you
cry.
said that's what he tries to do. But
No, it's not what he tried to do.
No,
but
I said that as a joke.
Dad, what was your favorite?
Oh, my favorite by far was the Wild Woman next to us.
Yeah.
Grayson O'Malley's gin, I think, is by far I like.
Oh yeah, they're right next to us. You literally would slide your glass to the end of the table.
That's all, and she put a
She'd
little,
make you a new
she put
gin
a little
and
tonic in it, and that was fine. Now I did like what was the other guy that was here? We interviewed
Still Mill.
Still Mill. I
Stillmill's
did
gin
like
was
his
good.
gin. It was real smooth, but this one has a lot of flavor, a lot more flavor to it.
Has a lot more of a citrusy flavor to it. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Westward's stout finished. It was so good. It was really good. I love that.
That's the
one.
first time you had that?
Yeah, I haven't had that before.
Yeah.
I mean, we were asking people off mic, like their favorites or what they've liked so far, and a lot of people were saying anything from Penelope, which I tried getting over there, but it was so dang busy.
so many people.
I did try their toasted. Kim brought me some of their toasted. It was really good. Everyone loved the Jefferson Oceans and everything. But Penelope I heard a lot of, but again, didn't get a chance to get up there.
What would you think from just talking to people would be the overall favorite?
The Penelope cast strength is or barrel strength or whichever one that is, barrel proof. That's what everyone kept talking about.
It seemed like there was a lot more people here, like not more, but like different people than last year, so it was hard to go see everyone. But
There were different, there was definitely a lot of different vendors here than there were last year.
also seemed to be a lot of big brand vendors here this
Well,
year.
they were
too.
probably the ones that had the travel restrictions last year.
Okay.
But this was fun. It was nice to have it a little bit bigger this year.
Yeah.
The lounges seems like they were a big hit.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But yeah, I think it's almost closing time, so I think we're gonna call it. So
It's John's bedtime.
it's my bed. It's my bedtime.
Yeah.
It's Dad's bedtime.
Definitely.
But well, Dad, thanks for coming on.
Thank you. I had a ball.
Thanks for drinking whiskey, even though I know you don't like it.
Did you open up a little as it went, or were you quiet the whole time?
I opened up a little.
Okay, well, that's good. You got it. You got it.
I can't blame him.
Tell Zach he has nothing to worry about as a substitute. So.
But
Zach gets nervous when I come on. That's
yes, he definitely does. But anyway, gentlemen and listeners, cheers, Ians.
Cheers.